Boom.
Boom.
It's Nerd Comm. It's a show where we read your comments. Are you okay? You alright?
Cough it up. Cough it up. You're good.
You need halls or something?
Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
Thank you, Trish.
Okay.
This is the show where we read your comments on the videos we post throughout the week. I'm excited because it's the time that we get to interact with you guys.
The most. We get to interact with you guys the most in this video.
But before we get into your comments and start reading the hell out of them, we want to check out some of the art you guys have made of us and show it off, because we like to show off your guys' abilities and strengths.
Art.
This is your strengths.
Art. It's kind of like a dog.
Art.
Speaking of really cool art, we're gonna give out a prize for really cool art. Yes, from last commentary. Talk about that, Steve.
On the last commentary, we started to go into a real weird zone.
Oh, yeah.
About creatures.
Yeah, we did.
At one point, I said that there was a what?
Be glad you missed it. I said you will.
You shouldn't be glad you missed it, because I'll tell you what we talked about was the
Spiders.
werewolf Frankenstein's monster from the Black Lagoon. Was one of the monsters we came up with. And so I guess we kind of made an impromptu challenge for you guys to draw some of your craziest monsters. And I believe we have a winner.
We do!
And that person is going to get a free poster signed by me, Trisha, and a woman named Meg Turkey.
It's a SourceFedNERD poster! But yeah, it's got all 3 signatures. We cut off Meg's hand and we keep it here at the office just to sign things. So this will have all 3 signatures on it for you.
Still counts. Legal loophole.
And the winner of that impromptu contest is Shane Buzzard, who sent us this frightening monster on the Facebook page. And on it says, Attack of the Franken She-Spider Wolf of the Lagoon.
No.
No, I don't want it.
Well, there it is. It's there.
Can you shoot that with a gun? Like, would it work?
Probably not.
You can shoot lots of stuff with
So, Shane Buzzard, watch your inbox, brosif, because you just want a free poster signed by the nerds, and you're gonna get it.
Yeah!
Isn't that sweet when you be winning stuff and you be like, yeah, I won some stuff?
I don't think that's correct.
Have you ever won anything?
No, just your heart.
Yeah, Will wins my heart.
Like, I don't know if you're not really using correct grammar with what you
mean?
You just said.
Since when are you Steve Zaragoza, the grammar police?
I heard you use the word brosive today. What is that a word?
So Steve and I started the grand finale of GTA Noobs. We've had a great time, but I think we're just getting too good at the game, let's be honest.
We're just pros at this point.
Yeah, we're not really noobs anymore.
We can't call it Grand Theft Auto Pros. No one wants to watch that show.
Not with us.
Since when do people want to watch videos of people doing well in video games?
Yeah.
Does anybody ever just play the story in Grand Theft Auto? I have never
People do.
It's just fun running around, or for my case, getting in the car, driving speed limit. Like, I live in LA, but for some reason playing in fake LA is better.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's so much fun that we filmed our finale with you guys, and we filmed it for so long that it's 2 parts. Everyone was like, "Who you think you are, Harry Potter? Part 1, Part 2." What's up with that?
I know, we're all getting all Deathly Hallows on your ass.
We are. Whatever. We do what we want. We thugs. And Stephanie Demand said, "I have no idea what just happened, but fuck, it was hilarious."
Yeah, it's kind of a mess.
I don't know either.
Because it was like a bunch of people that we invited to come play with us, and it was like a big-ass mess. And I can't wait for you guys to see the next part.
But it was awesome.
Crazier. Yeah, an awesome mess. Ryan Medaria says, only Trish would kill policemen, then ditch Steve for running over a ramp.
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you did that?
So many things happened.
What was going through your head when you killed a policeman and then ditched me so you could go?
Killing policemen in GTA 5 is very fun. There are endless waves of enemies to kill, so I had a good time doing that, especially now that I'm rocking that auto aim.
They're faceless too. You can shoot all the cops you want in the Grand Theft Auto game, and they're not based off of real LA cops.
Yeah, you don't feel bad when you do that.
If you shot a cop like, and you went to jail, would they be like happy for you or would they be mad at you?
Who's they?
Like the people in jail. Would they be like, yeah, you got one? Or would they be like, oh no? Blakey Pear says, remember, Steve and Trisha, you can't spell thug without hug, which is true.
You can't spell thug without hug. I wonder how many thugs say that to each other.
Blakey Pear.
Like one thug tries to lead the other thug. He's like, hold on.
Yeah.
We gotta hug it out first.
Man, just remember, you can't spell thug without hug.
Blakey Pear.
Blakey Pear's a sweet person.
Blakey Pear, you got a good heart.
You're like a Cadbury egg, you know? You're hard on the outside, but all soft and gooey on the inside.
Maybe both. He put it out in the universe, saying it on the internet. He's both.
Guys.
Maybe he's just a goo fest.
Yeah, he's a goof ass. He's soft on both sides, just like me.
I just wish I had a friend.
You are. Don't lie to yourself,
Guys.
Will.
I'm hard, y'all, in the appropriate places. I stay hard.
What? What? Where did that just go?
I'm just saying. I'm hard as a rock.
Guys.
You okay?
Just want a friend like Blakey Pear.
You sad for Blakey Pear?
I want a friend like Blakey Pear.
I'm pretty sure you have a friend that says things to you like that all the time.
But I wish I had someone in my life that's like Blakey Pear.
Like whom?
I wish someone was close to me like Blakey Pear.
Is anyone really close to you though, Steve?
Blakey Pear, if
Yeah.
you'd like to message
Does anybody
Steve on
know
YouTube, he wishes that you guys were friends.
Blakey Pear, where do you live? I want to be your friend. So I did a top 10 list about the most annoying kid actors, and I think there was a slight bit of a misconception, or perhaps a miscommunication, on what the list really is about. And I think what it is really about is not Blakey Pear, but it is about characters in movies.
So the most annoying character.
Most annoying movie character, kid characters.
So not that the actors, the children themselves.
Well, yeah, because if we were talking about the most annoying kid actors, that list would be, there'd have to be way more than 10.
So you don't hate JTT?
No, I don't hate him.
You just don't like the characters he's cast to play.
You did.
Touch him, you'll catch it.
Yeah, I'll catch it.
There was one kid actor character omitted on this list that everybody was talking about in the comments. Dante Sen says, I always thought that Dakota Fanning in War of the Worlds was the most annoying person ever in that movie because all she did was scream, very pitchy, and complained. And from the day I first saw that movie, I have never, ever seen any movies with her in them.
When I was a kid, I thought that she was annoying, but now she's kind of a smoke show. She's a bit of a smoke show.
I saw her at a charity event, and she was a very nice lady.
Was she? She must be a smoke show.
Let me put this in a bit of perspective for you guys.
Give it to us.
What was she, like 5, 6 in War of the Worlds? Now think back to a time when you were like a young boy or a young girl.
Yeah,
5 or 6.
I was.
Suddenly, aliens are attacking your home. And I'm not talking about like terrorists or illegal aliens.
Like
I'm talking about like terrifying,
Scary ass alien.
massive, giant
Yeah.
tripod robots that are like disintegrating people in front of your face.
That's scary.
Like the dust of a person's body being pulverized
So were you saying that?
is on your face. Now, you tell me that you're not going to be screaming your fucking head off.
So were you saying that nowhere on your list are there horror movie kid actors?
Well, the kid from The Purge is in there. But
Wouldn't that be scary?
No, but it doesn't matter. The kid wasn't annoying because he was scared in The Purge.
It's the homeless man.
The kid was annoying because he let the fucking homeless guy into the house.
I've never seen this movie.
Oh my god!
If he hadn't let the homeless guy in, nothing would have happened.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. If the kid had let his
Spoiler alert, Steve.
if the kid hadn't let the homeless man in, his dad would be alive.
Steven.
I guess I won't get to see the movie.
Kentasco Redwind says, I'm surprised Dakota Fanning didn't make this list. You want to talk about little girls who do nothing but scream? I'm pretty sure that was literally all she did in War of the Worlds, and I could barely sit through that movie as it was.
Tall Asian chick says, Dakota Fanning. Sure, she's a good actress, but she needed to stop screaming.
Hey, acting.
Hey, script and director, I would say.
R. Reed says, has to be the girl from War of the Worlds. She ruined that movie.
Granite Game says, my top 5 go like this. Dakota Fanning, Dakota Fanning, Dakota Fanning, Dakota Fanning, Dakota Fanning. In that order. The amount of screaming in War of the Worlds is ridiculous.
Goodness, you mad? You mad? What's his name?
Granite Games.
You mad at Granite Games? I think so.
Esteban Phoebus says, Dakota Fanning in War of the Worlds. Good lord, Dakota, stop screaming for 1 second. Jeez.
Alberto Castillo says, what about fooking Dakota Fanning in War of the Worlds?
Kendall Marie says, Dakota Fanning in War of the Worlds. So bad. So bad.
Dakota Fanning. Hey.
Oh no! Amanda Panda Pie says, yeah, let's just forget about Dakota Fanning in War of the Worlds, mother of Oprah. I want to implode just thinking about her incessant deranged screaming. Oprah's your god?
Yeah.
Kentasco Redwind says, I'm surprised Dakota Fanning didn't make this list. You want to talk about little girls who do nothing but scream? I'm pretty sure that was literally all she did in War of the Worlds, and I could barely sit through that movie as it was.
I read that one already.
Dante Sands says, I always thought that Dakota Fanning in War of the Worlds is the most annoying person ever in that movie because all she did was scream. Very pitchy and complain, and from the day I first saw that movie, I've never ever seen any movies with her in them.
This is what we like to call Zaragozaing it.
Granite Games says, my top 5 go like this. Dakota Fanning, Dakota Fanning, Dakota Fanning, Dakota Fanning, Dakota Fanning, in that order. The amount of screaming in War of the Worlds is ridiculous. Amanda Panda Pie says, yeah, let's just forget about Dakota Fanning in War of the Worlds.
I wasn't trained for this.
Alberto Castillo says, what about fucking Dakota Fanning in War of the Worlds?
What about fooking?
What about fooking Dakota Fanning in War of the Worlds?
It's okay, Dakota Fanning. I think you're pretty cool.
I honestly didn't find her that annoying. I thought the brother was more annoying in War of the Worlds.
Yeah?
Yeah. I want to go fight. I want to go fight the aliens. Forget about my family. I want to fight.
What's with the hand, Steve?
Because that's what he was doing in that dumb movie. I want to fight.
He's like, Shasta, hang loose, kids.
We did a video titled Game of Thrones Northern Mysteries of that HBO show Game of Thrones, and y'all said some stuff.
Yes.
About Game of Thrones.
About Game of Thrones. He said, Deadboard said, I'm starting to think Bran will go into the dragon's mind and take control of it.
Oh.
He can't because he took Darthro's necklace and threw it off the cliff. And once it reaches the bottom of the cliff, he can no longer enter Mordufius.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What are you talking about?
It's in chapter 6.
Did you just make all that
Yeah.
I've seen this show.
Mordufius?
Mordufius is Mordor.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm like picking the things out of your brain and where you got them from. Your brain is a fascinating
Thank
place.
you.
First of all, wait.
And they do that in chapter 6? My God, that's an exciting
You're
book.
very sure of yourself.
We get to the action very quickly.
Mordufius.
You're a
More
really
dubious.
good liar. Look, I think Bran, it'd be great if Bran put his mind in the dragon, because that'd be great.
He gets all
why
warg
not?
on the dragons.
I want to see that up there in that show.
That would be cool.
Zelly.
It would be cool. Did you guys have a question about Locke? I was sick that when we talked about this. It says Locke's up there to take out, the 4-3N says Locke is up there to take out Bran and Rickon because they're the last heir to Winterfell. Were you guys confused?
Yeah, well, we were trying to figure out, like, we knew he was up there for a reason, but we forgot.
Yeah. Because remember that the whole shavy shave scene
Yeah.
where they're like, we got to get Bran and Rickon
Yes.
and send them up there to where do we think they are with their brother, Jon Snow. That whole part?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I have a question as an ignorant person of Game of Thrones. It's not in a real time. It's not in a real time, I learned recently. Well, there's
Fine, real.
I mean,
did you think?
It's real in your heart?
I guess so.
Were
but
you
like,
thinking that was like a historically accurate show?
I mean, other than the Dragons and all that, the dreams. I mean, like, isn't it like taking place in a time?
no,
Oh, it's not even
no.
Earth. I heard it's not even on Earth, right?
Yep.
No, it's not.
It's
It's not her.
Oh,
a whole different
Oh.
Do they have a name?
Fantasy,
Do they have a name for the planet?
Fantasy,
Trisha?
who knew?
Oh.
Huh?
Do they have a name for the planet that they live on in this show?
It's actually
If they do,
Doofenshmirtz.
I don't know about it.
They live on the planet Doofenshmirtz, and
That sounds Danish.
oh, yeah, it is. It actually, George R.R. Martin actually was born in the Danish country of Flitzenville, and he created Game of Thrones from a wet dream he had.
That I believe.
I don't
That I
know.
actually believe.
That's actually
I'm not
Twilight.
getting on board with that. Dean Cyril Lee says, Littlefinger's my favorite character. You never truly know where his allegiances lie. He's deliciously slimy, and he has a lot of power. Plus, Aidan Gillen is a fantastic actor, full of charisma.
I agree. I like Littlefinger.
I concur with all of that. I think he is an amazing
I think he's a
casting choice.
very interesting character.
He is a absolutely interesting character. All the way through.
Sarah Rizza says, I wasn't even thinking about the name Oathkeeper for the sword as important for Brienne, because she's always been honorable. I always thought it was as more important that Jaime was keeping his oath, since he is known Oathbreaker for his kingslaying.
Yeah. I always read Oathkeeper as for Brienne, so that because she always keeps her oaths. It's like an honor.
But it's saying
to
here
Brienne.
that also Jaime is known as the Oathbreaker.
He is. He's the Kingslayer. He took an oath to protect his king for life. He vowed to protect his king for life as a member of the Kingsguard, and then he killed him! That's not a spoiler alert, because it happens way
Spoilers.
before even the books start.
Well, how did it happen before the book
It
started?
does, because you read about...
Is there a
he
prologue?
Says, no, he says, back before this time that you know, this happened.
Wild Fox HD says, I would really love to see a few scenes from the White Walkers' kingdom. Would be amazing to see them talk in their own language, subtitle in English, obviously, and to see their full army and people.
I thought so too. I thought seeing that the White Walkers like kingdom was pretty cool. Like I want to see more stuff.
Starting
in there.
to see that. Yeah, I mean, that's something that, as someone who read the books, we don't really get to look into. It's a super mystery all the way through. So, yay. So now that the show people can spoil something for the book people. There you go. All
No
your
one's
book friends.
safe.
You can go.
No one is
Go
safe.
tell them that you know more about the White Walkers, aka others, than they do. I thought it was fascinating. I don't know jack smack about the White Walkers or the others. It was pretty
Do they talk about them in the books?
Yes, but it's always a mystery. Like, there's no, like, chapter from the point of view of the White Walkers or the others.
Jose Martinho says Jaime's fault is loving Cersei. Everything he did was because he loved a major psycho bitch who also happens to be his sister. That's his curse, of which he broke, at least for a little, and that's why he's more likable now. F Cersei.
Yeah, Cersei doesn't really know what he's talking about.
That's a girl.
No, Cersei, yeah. No.
But I do think this is an interesting theory that it's kind of his curse that Jaime loves Cersei.
I would say his love for Cersei definitely plays a part in it. I don't know that I've ever thought about that being solely responsible, though. I think that's a bit oversimplistic.
Well, Jaime seems like a smart guy. I feel like at this point he's thinking, like, Cersei wants nothing to do with me right now. She's dealing with her own demons. Now it's time for me to put matters into my own hands and TCB.
My own hand!
Well, what do you think about that?
Well, his hand is actually deriven from the ancient Mayans. George R.R. Martin wrote that in depicting the ancient Greek god of Thanos.
What was your favorite scene from this episode of Game of Thrones?
Oh my gosh, my favorite scene is when Dionysus in Mordor walk into the pub together and he says, if I take off that mask, will you die? And he did, and he didn't. Because it was all a sham the whole time.
Well, can you please write a fantasy adventure book?
I will write a fantasy
Please write a
adventure.
fantasy adventure book.
What happened? Just as long as they don't throw away the crystal skull, then I'm good.
What do you think's gonna happen with Dany and her dragons?
Oh, Dany's mind is gonna be transferred into the Queen of Dragons' belly, and she's gonna birth more Dany's. And Diarys is gonna try to steal one and ride one as the kingdom's new steed.
Diarys!
This is amazing!
That's just my theory. Like, it's just an opinion.
Guys, I know we haven't done yet, but I'd really like to give Blakey Parra the t-shirt.
Oh!
because Blakey Pear says, remembers to you and Trisha, you can't spell thug
without a hug. And you're gonna get the Winterfell Direwolf shirt.
Yay, Blakey Pear!
For you, Blakey Pear. It's for you. Just take it.
Blakey
Just
Pear.
take it. It's from us to you.
What are you doing over there, Blakey Pear?
Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Nerd Comment Commentary. We've got a lot of really cool stuff coming up for you this weekend.
Yeah, like guess what? Like me and DJ are gonna see the new Spider-Man, which I'm very weary about because I want to like it because I love Spider-Man.
Ooh, that CGI.
I saw a scene that looked like a wacky fucking cartoon.
Ooh, that actor was Peter Parker. No.
I like Andrew Garfield. I like him.
We got tons of other videos coming up this weekend, so make sure you tune in to check them out, and we'll see you on Monday. I'm Trisha Hirschberger.
I'm William Haynes.
And I'm Steve Zaragoza. Will, what do you think's going to happen in the next Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
So, first of all, Daenerys' head explodes from a new injury caused by Jon Snow's sword. Jon Snow pulled the sword from the crystal skull, and once it came out, it derived into a new type of sword that was stuck into the Ocean of Doom. When you put a sword in the Ocean of Doom, it becomes a new sword that's black. And that's how Daenerys died.
What happens to that black sword?
Oh man, it's so thick.
Jesus Christ.